afternoon, everybody. Welcome to a sunny, well, it is in West Sussex, Tuesday. I see there's quite a few of you out there, 17 just now when we checked. So, welcome and thank you for popping on. Let me just quickly bring in my ear maggots so you can see what culprits I've got lurking in the background.
Hello, everybody.
I've
That's
got
not very nice.
Andy H and
Hello
Scott
there.
the Blue Light.
Afternoon,
So
guys.
they will be feeding me the information and the questions that you put in the chat and keeping you informed. But what are we going to do today? Well, a couple of months ago, 6 weeks ago, I did an offset bowl. I turned this live on YouTube, and I did that with the help of a donut chuck. This one's a little bit stiff. By setting it in the middle, so I can't, this will go in, setting it in the middle, off centre and turning it, because this is on a faceplate ring, so wherever you set that you can turn it. So today, bloody cramping my finger, I'm going to attempt to put 3 dishes in this part turned bowl. I thought, well, I'm going to save a bit of time by turning the bowl. It's a piece of ash, but it's very yellow, or it's gone very yellow. So I've turned the bottom, sanded the bottom. I've marked the bottom with the centre. I don't think you can quite see it on this camera, but I just pipped the centre. So let me go and change cameras to bring you on the overhead one so that you can see how I've marked it out. And it's the marking out that takes the time. Is it that one? No. Yes, it is. So, it's not bleaching out too bad.
No, that looks fine.
Kill that one. Let me go and get rid of, I've got a split screen at the moment, so that's better. That's better. Right, so what I did, pencil, I worked out where the centre of the blank was. Those 3 marks there are where the faceplate was screwed on. So I know there's 6 screws in my faceplate, so I know they're all equidistant. So what I did was from the centre through the hole, I drew a line on each 3 of those screw holes. And those screws are about 25mm deep. I then worked out, with the aid of a trusty compass, how big I wanted the bowl, because I wanted to leave a rim. And I come to the conclusion that that was a good diameter. So from the centre, I stepped it back, marked on each of the rings, used that as the centre, and drew my 3, hopefully, bowls. So I've got a little hole in the centre, which you will need in the next stage. So the next stage is the bigger but donut chuck. Now this one's got 4 bolts in it. Doesn't make any difference whether you've got 4 or 3. Let's get myself organised. Where's the tails? Oh, I've got to. Where's my live centre? Put it down for safety and moved it. So with the live centre in the tail stock, everything's falling, but we can get over that in a minute. What I want to do is I want to bring the tail stock up and locate it in one of the 3. This is where you want 15 pairs of hands to make it work.
I thought you'd had your COVID jabs. Have you not grown your extra hand yet?
No,
I'm trying to help you.
I didn't get a hand. This is the fiddly bit that you...
Yeah, I'll hold it from this side, you'll be all right.
Yeah, much rather do off air so that no one can see you struggling. But it's not far off. That is right. That's now pushed onto the backing pad. So what I can do now is tighten up the 4 studs. And there's only 3 so that I could get it in at the moment. You can just about see me on this one.
While you're getting that all tightened up, Dad, do you want me to let you know who's in?
Yeah, you can run through that now.
There's
not much more to say for a minute.
So, Colin should put himself in the corner unless he's brought me cakes. Because first in today was Gerard the French turner. Followed by some slightly grumpy old bloke, circulated by Keith. Then a fat bloke, Blue Light Turner. Duncan the Curly Turner. Lawrence Wood Wizardry by Colin. Chris Dodds. Doug Miller. Peter Cochrane. Yeah, Dave's Creative Metalworks is watching live from the workshop.
Get on with your work, Dave.
Right, hang on, the chat's just gone funny. We have some beautifully handsome bloke, Andy H, for turning.
The other fat one.
You can't believe everything you read.
Copper Wood turning. Robbo Robertson, g'day mate. Robert and Harry from Hodgepodge Woodworks. Woodworm Paul, Radar the Wood Turner. Did I say Wivy Woodshed? If
No,
not,
not yet.
hello Wivy. Mark the Gentleman Turner, the dude from Bude.
Hello, Mark. Hello, everybody.
Robert
Welcome
Dolman.
to what could be a mad half hour.
I think that is everybody. If I've missed anyone, I do apologise. Don't forget, guys, if you have got a question, please start it with a question. And if you wouldn't mind showing Keith some love, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, click the bell to get notifications, and hit the thumbs up.
Right,
Dale
so
says
now
it so
I'm
much better than I do.
yeah, now I've done that, I can take the live centre out so that I don't implant it in my elbow, because I should be right round there. So what I have done with the diameter, which camera are we on? With the diameter that I've marked out on there, I've also marked out, hopefully, a disc and cut it on the bandsaw so that is going to be the depth of the bowl. And if we go too deep, we'll have one funnel with 2 bowls. So it's a little bit of prep work to do for these, but that should run.
Have you got permission off Steve to make a funnel?
Not yet, no. Yeah, that runs at Mach 5 quite well. So, oh. So the disadvantage with these donut chucks, if you're not careful, is you can be quite a long way off before you start. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tip the corner of the tool rest in to get as close as possible. Don't worry about the red tape. The double-sided tape holding the router mat on the back of this front plate got so much dust on it, it decided it didn't want to play ball. So we fixed it with some insulting tape. Get over the initial dancing lathe. So I can see my. Let me change camera so that you can see what I'm doing.
See, I thought that red tape was there to make us think we were like going through space.
Well, you can think what you like. If you're going through that, that's fine. Right, just readjust that camera because I totally knocked it just now. Well, it's not too bad. It's in shot anyway. So, bowl gouge. Choose a weapon of my choice, and I'm going to choose this one, a little 10mm. It's not quite true. Oh, what I did was I mounted it true on the C-jaws from the back, skimmed the front off, sanded it, and then drew all over it. So it's not quite true, but it's true enough to be good enough. Let me find some glasses. I wondered, half undressed here still. That's better. Feel safe now. Is that bleaching you out at all?
No, it looks
No,
fine.
it's all right.
You can still see good, so can I now.
You've got 28 in.
Just a little bit too low. But there we go. We can get over that. So I'll pull cut out of the middle. I'm not a favour of pull cuts, but I can't swing the head to get myself in tight.
Tommy's workshop's in. Are you, Tommy?
Oh, Tommy. It's not cutting the best.
Is it sharp?
It was last week. and get a bit more speed on it. Yeah, I think we have.
Douglas Munnings just joined. Good afternoon, Douglas.
Hello, Douglas. Let's stop and see what we've got. And I'm not going to be putting my hands around the back to stop it because those bolts are hanging out a little too far. Still got a bit of depth to go. What to do is to try and mark this on here so I knew.
Do you know any good medics if you hurt yourself?
Not anyone close.
Can't trust them anyway.
No. Right. According to this, I've got about another 10 mil to go.
But my wife just physically popped in and seemed to think you were doing it all right, so keep going.
Oh, good. Well done. Thanks, Alison. That's what I didn't want to do.
So Mark's fingers have obviously gone to sleep today. He said there's too many in the chat to type each individual name.
Yeah, it does get a bit full up at times, doesn't it?
It can be very tedious, yes.
Yeah.
You're 35 now, so yeah, it's a fair number.
Oh, well done, guys. Thank you.
I take it that Lynn Kinsey's back at work because we haven't seen her in the chat.
Yeah, she's back at work. She might not realise I'm in because I left it a bit late before I realised that I hadn't posted a link. We're almost at the right depth. Just about see. I've got a little bit deeper to go.
And Steve from Temple Turnington.
Hello, Steve.
He said he's just taken a break from the shed repair.
Welcome to the mad world of circular wood. Thanks for updating your calendar, Steve. Sorry it was a lot of separate dates rather than just a copy and paste. But Steve's updated Andy, Scott and myself on his calendar that he's got on Forking Bananas page.
Shall I pop a link in for it, mate?
Yeah, we wouldn't mind, mate.
Brent Beecroft is in as well. So there is a link to a calendar, forkingbananas.com. Steve very kindly keeps up to date with what's going on and does a calendar with links to the live as well. So if you're not sure, head over to that and you can see who's on and when.
Right, that can't be far off.
That looks a little bit wobbly, Dad.
Yeah, no, it's worked itself loose on the sea jaws, which was tight before I started. Well, I thought it was.
Also, guys, if you haven't seen or been over to Temple Boy Turning's channel, go over and check Steve out. He's doing some awesome off-centre bits at the moment.
But don't tell him he gets big-headed.
No. They're inspired by Barbara Jill, but they are
fascinating stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. Right, a tool I don't often
do love
use
offset stuff.
Yeah, I've not done much off-centre turn.
Negative rake scraper.
Oh, let me apologise. Douglas, yes, thank you very much. I meant to message you last week. It's been a little bit manic. I have. I'm going to take a picture and put a post up on the Free Forces, the Free Makers Free Forces Facebook page. Douglas's wife very kindly has donated a load of knitted bits for us for our fundraising for the Southampton Veteran Centre.
It's almost a good fit, a little bit deeper.
David Debman joined us.
Hi, David. He nearly always creeps in. Just a little bit more. And try and get these uniform so that when they join up, when they intersect each other, they will look uniform. It will never look like it's been produced on a CNC machine, but it will be fairly uniform. I've never done this before. Nothing like flying live. Sometimes that's the inspiration you need on things like this. This is the time-consuming piece. I've just got to get down a little bit deeper in there. But there's only 2 more to do after this, guys. So this is coming off better with a negative rake scraper than what it did with a bowl gouge. My like for scrapers is, well, unrepeatable on here, I think.
Steve says it's all a load of bowls, really.
Yeah, it is. And 3 of them interlinked. So that is.
Tommy says he's on wrap roll today.
Right, that is pretty good. So just got to change over dust extractors. Take your plug out because I've had this sucking on the bandsaw because I didn't really want to sniff the dust that I was cutting, because it was at what was it, Quiver? quiver?
Queely or something.
Queely, yeah. If anyone's heard of it. If you haven't, don't worry about it because nor had I. Right. Is that safe? No, I think I'm going to find a different socket for some power.
Queeler and Torn were the two woods.
That's it.
Yeah. Queeler was that one, yeah.
Yeah. So I've just found a different socket, so I'm not got wires hanging over the back of the chuck because of the bolts. So I've got 2 inches of bolt hanging out there. So
Pretty good idea, yeah.
Turn Sakamoto on. That's not bad. I didn't get very little tear out on that. A little bit just there. Let me modify the dust extractor so that it's more where it should be. It might suck now. Take it
Robbo
away.
is saying Queely is a dark wood, also known as Merbau.
Yeah.
I don't think that is it either.
That is either. The piece
That
of
is
timber
either.
that Keith had, yeah. Doesn't think it's either of those.
Well, not this bit, no. But which one are we on? What does that look like, Robbo? It's pink. It's not hard to saw.
From Papua New Guinea, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your end of the world. But got a few planks of that yesterday. That's quite well. It cuts well on the bandsaw anyway.
So Steve is saying multi-axis turning makes me dizzy. Add to that a U allergy and it makes it fun. And Robert said, don't forget the wobbling van as well, Steve.
It's definitely not Jarrah. Gerard. I know what Jarrah is. That's bloody hard to turn.
There was a couple other names you mentioned as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. But one of them, I know it's not one of them because that's a brown wood and I've differentiated that one. It's a brown wood that's got little yellow spots in it, and the yellow spots are water spots apparently.
Robbo is saying that generally it's brown with yellow flecks in it. That's talking about that piece of timber. No, talking about Queeler.
Queeler, okay,
Yeah.
so right. Well, I've got brown with yellow flecks in it, but I thought that was a different one.
That description fits, doesn't it? So.
Yep. So what was the other one I told you this morning, Andy?
So one of
them.
Taun. T-A-U-N. Taun.
No, it's not pink ivory.
There's one Malay paddock, which is a Papua New Guinea rosewood. There's a selection of different woods, isn't there?
Because Paduk is normally bright orange, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's what's the other one? Ipal, commonly known as Borneo teak. That's like that colour.
Yeah, Taun.
No, that's the IPIL. Is more the colour of the bit you've just held up, mate.
Right.
That's going from the email we got yesterday afternoon.
Right.
But Quila, when you look it up on Google, comes up as a form of teak.
Oh, well, it could be Quila then that is the brown.
The brown
I
with the yellow.
Yeah, but Robbo's saying that that's not that.
Benjamin is in.
Where did I get the wood from, Douglas? I got it from a friend, and I got it with the instruction that it was to be used for donation purposes, turned for donations, not for personal gain. Although he said he is obviously you'll take a few bits and sell it for yourself, but he basically wanted it for raffles and charities and the like. So I said that's fine with us.
Benjamin, why do we keep ignoring this question? I haven't seen a question, Ben. If you've got a question, repost it, mate.
I was looking for it at the moment. I can't find it. So,
all right, that's sounded up to 240, and let's kill this noise.
Sidley 61 is in.
Quite happy with that. So now the time-consuming piece.
It looks like it was a question for Steve.
yeah, I missed that. Yep.
Trying to talk and eat a chocolate chip cookie at the same time. Don't work.
You mean you can't do that?
You like a challenge?
Go on then. Where did I put the elbow stabby thing?
Douglas, it come from Papua New Guinea. We've actually got pictures of the tree after it fell down being processed.
Yeah, it was a windfall tree, so it wasn't specifically cut for anything, but it had to be taken and cleared, and this guy bought it and had a lot planked, and he containered it over to England. And like I say, I happen to know him reasonably well, and he said to me, "You do a lot of charity work. What can you make out of this?" I said, "God knows what you're talking about," because he just pinged over a couple of names to start with. Right, so what I'm doing here is I've got the elbow stabby thing, and I've got it located in the second bowl, and that seems to be about right, so I can tighten up the wing nuts on the back of the bolts to hold that in there. And what I tend to do once I've got all of them just nipped up to it is run a tape over the gap to make sure it's about uniform. 60, 60.
Christine and Michael are in.
60. 60. Hi guys, how's sunny Bognor today? Michael not fishing? Or was the tide out too far?
I thought they were in Selsey, not Bognor.
Selsey, yeah. Well, it's close, isn't it? It's on the south coast.
It's all down there somewhere.
Yeah. You know me, I can't get anything right. So
that's just your old age.
Yeah, we don't need to keep on about it.
I'm not far away either, Scott, so you're outnumbered.
Yeah.
I'm a mere spring chicken, I am.
Certainly are.
Yeah, well-fed one. Who said that?
At the grand young age of only 38.
Yeah.
I nearly remember 38.
Yeah, I wish I could.
Nearly.
Right.
You're double that though now, Dad.
I know I am. So now, hole number 2. So I will be cutting fresh air a lot of the time, which will make it interesting.
So David Dedman's off. Bye, David.
Cheerio, David. Thanks for stopping by, mate.
Steve says he's that old he can barely remember his own name.
Yeah, I like Chris's comment. My mind is one age, my body another.
Yeah. I could say something really inappropriate, but
That'd be unusual for you, mate.
hey. Well, my dad always told me I'm as old as the woman I feel.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I've always gone by that. My wife's 8 years younger than me.
Oh, and Hodge is younger than me.
Yeah, by 5 months, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he won't be that for 5 months, though. Just 5 months now.
So probably more than that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a January baby. January 83.
And Douglas says his middle child is your age, Scott.
my only child's your age, mate.
Actually, yeah, my
Well, the only one I'm owning up to.
my son is older than you.
Keith, Dave's got a question. He says, why are you turning a nipple?
Because I'm a tit.
Because he's a tit.
Next, absolutely stupid question. He didn't come in here and expect to get away scot-free, did he? That's not looking too bad. But you can see now that is the edge of the previous one I've turned. So I'm starting to turn fresh air as well. So,
And those intersections really show up any inaccuracies too.
don't they?
I did one of these a few years ago, and it really does show up.
So Robbo says his 3 kids are older.
Yeah, my daughter's about your age, Scott, I think.
Wood turning by Barry's in. My
Hello,
twins
Barry.
my twins are 20 next week. And my eldest will be 22 shortly, so yeah. I started young. So Robbo says,
yeah, just reading his comments as well. Yeah,
yeah. Harry
think he's
says, since we're talking about tits and nipples, and Robbo says, and the edges can chip easily too.
Yeah, yeah.
it's earlier he talked about how leaving it as 2 because it looks like an imprint of 2 boobs or something.
Oh, that's only if they're sort of level.
But I think he's making a comment about the finish in the middle or something, you know.
Right.
This could be a COVID bowl, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, back to the scraper.
Christine and Michael say that their daughters are in their late 40s.
Yeah, well, Michael was an early starter, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He said he enjoyed it.
I think
it's important to get young people into wood turning.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I've done various little bits of coaching with very young, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds. And it's great. I love doing it. They love doing it. And they might just come back to it. You always hope so.
That's one of the reasons that I developed the kids' days down the museum, which both Christine and Michael have been part and parcel of in the past. The kids get so much enjoyment at the end of the day that they've actually make it and take it away. I mean, even if it is something like a mouse, spider.
It doesn't matter too much, does it?
No, they've had hands on with the tools, not total control, but they've helped us make it. They've helped us make it.
Yeah, as far as they're concerned, they've made it, and they're very proud of it, and that's lovely. That's what you need.
And I think the worst bit is when Mum or Nan comes in and say, "Oh, they never do that. They never do that. They won't go in there with you." Because we take them individually in there, and okay, leave it with us. You go and sit down and have your cup of coffee and do what you need to, but sit over there out of the way and keep quiet. And you sort of push them away. That's almost a good fit.
Nothing worse than being overprotective.
Yeah.
Brian's in on Tractor Cam.
Oh, Tractor Cam. Yeah. It's all right, isn't it? Spending your time on your tractor. Nothing like a tractor, is there?
He's not saying hello to me, so.
No.
No, I'm very hurt. Not. Hello, Brian.
So Keith says he's got to go. He's got to get the roof sealant on before the Irish weather decides to stop.
No, better finish this bowl first. Yeah. That's Steve.
Steve, I'll swap you your roof for the concrete, and I've got to do it in a minute.
Don't lean over with the headset on. It falls off. Okay. So, little 2-inch pads. Try and sand this without disappearing down the nail hole.
That's perfectly all right, Brian. I'm used to it.
It's pretty good. Just a little bit of tear out down there. But it's ash, so it doesn't surprise me. And it's a fairly coarse piece of ash as well. I set myself a challenge with this, but it was one of the biggest pieces I could physically lay my hands on at the time.
Don't show Wayne that drill, he'll be jealous.
That's older than Drilly, I think.
This is 15, 20 years old.
They're so expensive, though, the right angle drills.
Yeah.
They're ridiculous, isn't it?
What sort of finish are you going to use on this?
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah, don't know. I'm going to need to return it to centre to do the top again, because I can see I've got a bit split out just there.
Yeah.
You can't see it as much as I can.
I'm just thinking if you were going to use like wax and York strip, you'd need to do that while you've got it in each bit.
Yeah, but as it has started to chip out a little bit, I thought I'll I'll recenter it and
Yeah.
then do it as and when.
Spray it.
Yeah, it'd probably get spray on of sorts.
Yeah, it is easier, isn't it, with this sort of shape?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Robbo's saying spray it with lacquer. He's back. Evict him.
Not brilliant, but it's
Up.
close.
He's got a hornet that keeps evading the workshop.
I think we're going to have to revert to good old Stone Age sanding.
I'm going to mute for a minute, guys, while we evict this little person.
Alright, so hand sand it with a bit of 120. I can hear something chirping away there. So digits inside carefully.
I'm back.
You're back. What was it in?
A hornet.
All right.
Yeah, don't
I'd
want
have
that.
evicted it with a blow lamp, I think.
The blow lamp's next door, mate.
All right.
Such big clumsy things, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
With a
but when they
bite.
sting, they hurt.
With a sting as well, yeah.
So in trailing mode, so that if I do get caught like that, it whips
Like
it
that.
out of your hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know where it's gone, but oh, I can see it. Flew. It didn't catch me. It just caught on the edge.
I'll try again.
Yeah, edge of that piece. It's not too bad in actual fact now.
Looks all right from here.
Yeah.
Can't see it from my house. Just so.
It's not until you get the finish on that.
Absolutely, then it shows,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Right, that was 120. We've got some 240 in the warehouse. So we'll have a bit of 240 on that. And I'm using new abrasive on this rather than a bit that's done 3 bowls, because I want to try and get it to cut without me putting too much weight onto it and giving myself a hernia or whatever. Very little weight needed on the fresh bit of paper. In trailing mode, you can see how easy it flicks out of your fingers if you're not careful. That's 240, and that's all it's getting. Bring everything up for part 3. Let's turn that off so I can hear you guys in the background. Find the elbow stabby thing. Bring this up ready. Slacken off the bolts. This is time-consuming turning, which is one of the reasons I did the back of it before you guys came in on the live today. I didn't want to bore you senseless. So there's the last cross. There. Thought I'd got you. lost you now. I can see it. It keeps moving. Right. Spot on. Yep, I can feel that pushing it onto the back plate. So now do everything up again. So these donut chucks are easy to make and really useful for this sort of thing. So just checking that the gap is uniform all the way around, or fairly uniform. So it is. Dispose of the elbow stabby thing last time, hopefully.
There's a question from Douglas.
Right, Douglas, fire away.
I have a small piece of burl cap I want to take to make a mushroom cap with, but only want to turn the cut edge, i.e. underside. Have you got any suggestions, please?
You only want to...
So he wants to keep the top of it as it is.
Right.
It must be a fairly small burr, I should think.
So what sort of diameter have you got then, or maximum diameter have you got on that, Douglas? Would be the first question I would ask, because if you've only got about a 4-inch, shall we say, piece of burr, and you want to turn it underneath, you can either make yourself a block for the back and dish the centre slightly so that the top of it sits in that, and bring up the tailstock for the centre and undercut.
Sort of jam chuck, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, jam chuck without it being a jam chuck, but
Yes.
you can undercut the rim, because you're not going to want to take the middle out, because you're going to want to put a stem in there, aren't you? So you could either drill where the stem's going or first, or drill it afterwards, and then just cut the rim back under. I think that's probably the best way of doing it that I can think of. It's oval, 6 to 7. Yeah, well, that's fine. What sort of diameter stem are you going to put on that? And Douglas, I would think if you're looking at 6 to 7, you'd want to be somewhere about 1 inch in the middle, flaring out to the base. So you've only got a little 2-inch scoop out there. Hopefully that'll work and it made sense. If not, we'll revert to plan B.
So it's about 6 to 7 inches oval.
Yeah, I see that.
Hodge is saying he was thinking, like you said, make the dish and then put a mouse pad between that.
Yeah,
and then
foam
leave
mouse
where the
pad.
tailstock is to insert whatever into the stem.
I think that's about the only way you could do it.
Yeah.
You've got something soft for the back. Right, that's better. Now be 2 bowls I'm going to be cutting into now. And I can feel it now. It's jumping twice. So I've gone over onto, this is a 5/8 bar, so this is a 1/2 inch bowl gouge. Bit overkill for the size of bowl that we're doing, but it seems to be working and I've also got a very small relief grind on the back there as well. And this section seems to be cutting far better than the first bowl that I tried to cut. Different grain orientation. But you'd think it was two different bits of wood. Right, let's stop and see where we stand. We've got quite a bit to go yet, another 10 mil deep to go. Unfortunately, there's not a lot for you guys to see except a hole emerging. You can't see much, nor can I. Working through the hole.
But the moment of truth comes very soon.
Yeah.
Everyone's waiting in suspense for the money shot.
Yeah.
37 in. Don't forget, guys, if you are new to the channel and you want to show Keith some love and support, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. That will tell the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy what Keith's doing, you enjoy wood turning, and that will allow YouTube to suggest videos for you to watch. And also show Keith some love and smash that thumbs up button.
You've gone very quiet, Scott.
That's because the mic's under my chin.
That would do
it. Just, yeah.
Which chin, I wasn't sure, but it was under one of them.
So all three of us, Andy, Scott and myself, we're all members of Amberley Museum. If you were in to start with, you'd have seen it on my shirt. Scott and I in the part of the wood turners, and Andy's part of the historic trades down there at the moment. But I'm hoping you might come over and spend a day in our workshop at odd times. And so any chance of dropping in a link, Scott, for the museum, please?
Do that.
It's a great place for a day out.
Oh, it is a day. Yeah, don't skimp and think you can do it in half a day. You'll be sorely disappointed. You won't do it in half a day.
No, we get a lot of people come back again and again.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you can do the whole museum properly in a day, aren't you?
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. It's pushing it. Yeah.
So we cover everything from historic transport. We've got our own buses down there. We've got a good collection of Southdown buses, because Southdown buses are, like it says, Southdowns, and that's where the museum's located, in the heart of the South Downs. So, yeah, we feel quite privileged to that. We've got their own narrow gauge railway, one of the top ones in the country, apparently, award-winning ones. So there's quite a bit to see.
It also provided the setting for a James Bond film.
Yes.
I was just about to say that.
I'm just trying to remember which one it was.
It was A View to a Kill.
A View to a Kill.
And on the 25th and 26th of September this year is a James Bond weekend. So if you prefer it shaken and not stirred,
come down and annoy us, because Scott and I have got the weekend booked in the workshop.
I'm sure old Sister Laura will be walking around.
Yeah. It is a bookable event, like everything down there now, because of COVID. But they're up in their numbers, apparently, so that we can get more on site. But it's an interesting place to visit. I'm not just saying that because I don't live down there, but spend a fair amount of time down there.
Ben's saying, what's the food like? There is an on-site restaurant that has lots of different foods.
Well, it's basically a cafe now, rather than a restaurant. They had issues with a lot of food going to waste, so now it's more of a cafe, but they do odd specials and hot food during the winter. There's always chips for the kids.
Loads of different flavoured ice creams.
Pastas and sausage rolls and stuff.
There's
a selection, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good selection.
And if you're going to pop down, then send either Keith, myself, or Andy a message, and we'll let you know if we're going to be down there. It's always good to meet new people. Pop into the.
I'm in most Sundays, which is a good day for me. Andy does Thursdays.
I tend to do Thursdays in the Tools and Trades History Society.
Yeah.
But hopefully I will be doing some turning. I'll work my way down there.
We need to have a word with and get a key for you.
Okay. Yep.
Gerard is saying, if anyone is interested in a sticker swap, then PM him on Facebook. Same goes for me. I'm sure the same goes for Keith and anyone else that does stickers. I've just had some ugly man next to me put his hands up. Dave at Dave's Creative Metalworks on Insta. If you're interested in sticker swaps, shoot people a messages and we're more than happy to send them.
Right, that's that finished, guys. That's the turning done. So, I need a bigger head. This headset keeps sliding off. Right. Let's find that bit and find that bit. Turn the big sucky thing on.
Did you just say you needed a bigger head, Dad?
Yeah, this headset I've got is...
we got double doors on the workshop. Can't put any more on.
I know, I built it, don't forget. Now, I spent 200 days one year down there building it. With the help of others, but I was chief dog's body. Getting them all to do what they needed to do. Worked well. Still works well.
Yeah, but, you know, they were a little bit disappointed because they thought they were building the Ark. It's upside down.
Ah. You can go away.
And Peter says he will be getting down to the workshop as soon as he can.
Yep. Yep. I think a lot of them will be when we open up. That's not bad. Let's go in there with 240. So we've been just on the hour. That's not bad.
Ready for the great unveiling now. When it comes out of the donut.
not going to say it's going to be great, but
all right then. Well, just the unveiling then.
just the unveiling, yeah.
We'd call it disappointing if you like. I mean, whatever. I'm
Are
sure
you
it's
live
going to
at all
be.
this week, Andy?
Not this week, no.
No,
I can't remember when my
Andy's
next one is.
doing next Tuesday.
Next
instead
Tuesday,
of me.
that's it.
Yeah. So you're doing this Thursday, aren't you, Scott? You're doing the second part of the 2-part one.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to watch it this week.
Yeah, I should be there. Put the wing nut on so I don't lose it.
Gonna finish the solitaire board and find a home for my marbles.
Yeah, he's lost his marbles.
Now I've found them. I need to keep them.
Don't drop this. There's the hairy brush.
Drum roll.
Right, which camera are we on? We're on that one. So there are 3. I've just got to tart up the top. I knew I'd caught it there, but I can return it from the bottom.
Yeah.
We've got 3 bowls in there. The edge is fairly uniform just there.
Can't see where you are.
Drop it down a bit.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, the edge there is fairly uniform with the top right the way down to there. So that's what I was aiming for. So, don't know what you
I like
guys
the way
think.
that the grain in the wood is sort of like
Gives
showing
you 3 eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was a piece of quarter sawn, was it? No, it wasn't. It's more half of a tree, a slab off a tree. So I'm quite pleased with it.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's just a matter of sanding it up. I did wonder whether I remounted it and turned the centre out.
I thought that with my one and decided against it because that's quite a feature where they meet.
Yeah. It just needs tarting up with a bit of paper, that's all.
Yeah.
There's a little chip just there. I mean, I didn't choose the right paper to start, the right wood to start with.
You're always going to lose that little top bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Webfoot Resin and Wood Creations has just popped in. And you're getting lots of really good comments.
I've lost the edge just there as well.
Robbo's saying leave it.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it. Yeah, let me go over onto a different cam because that tailstock one isn't. Oh, it's better on this monitor.
Gerard, I will find the link and I will PM you the plans, or I might have downloaded them.
Yeah, that's the one. So you can see
red bags are still there.
Yeah, let's get rid of some dust. Let's give you guys a tickle with me.
Is that the brush that you use for them fine curls you've got in your hair?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey?
Yeah.
Did you give Sue back her rollers? Because I know she was asking for them yesterday.
No, she's got to wait till I've had it cut before I give them back. Cut and permed. Yeah, this camera really does show up that ring where I got it caught.
Yeah.
That was because I was going in at just the wrong angle to start with. Yeah, and I can
it'll clean off
it and take it off. Yeah, well, I've got to take it off because you can't quite see it there, but there is a little bit of ringing in there. You can see it on this camera's work back to front. You can see it there.
Yeah.
So I will remount it and just take a skim off of it. But,
it's lovely.
I would do that off camera, and
Chris
once
Dodd
I've done
going
it,
for a blue rinse as well.
No, I was going to go for the pink rings.
Match your shirt.
Pink. Yeah, pink was more my colour. It matches me bloodshot eyes. Relatively quick one today, guys, and I thought it might be a little bit dragged out, not knowing quite how long it would take.
You've done a lot of preparation, though.
Yeah.
I've done the basics. I didn't really want you to sit here watching me playing with the compass and getting it all sorted out. But,
So Gerard was saying, Keith, I must say the result is very nice. That technique he needs to research more. Can do so much with the design. Thanks for showing.
Yeah, you could take the 3 out and you could put 4 in there quite easily, or 5. I think 5 would be quite good. They would be that much smaller, or you would want a bigger bowl to start with. Yeah, bigger blank. That one, now it's out. I can tell you. I think it's 11 inches. No, it's 10. It's 10 by 2.5. So you need the depth. Sorry, Andy.
That's right. No, I'm just going to say the donut system lends itself to all sorts of different applications, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if you, I have another faceplate with a bigger hole cut into it, and let me quickly show you. If you wanted to turn off the base, let me go back to a different camera.
There's no reason whilst it's in that donut chuck that you couldn't put texture around the rims or.
Yeah, you haven't got a lot of spare space.
No.
Yeah, which one do I want?
Or a bit of colour or beads.
That one will do. That one will do. So that's that one. Oh God. I keep forgetting to take that off so that I can see full screen. Right. So if you want to turn that one, if you want to turn the base out, or you've got a tenon on it, what you can do is I always mark the very centre. There's a little spot there. Just there. It stands out now. Only the pencil fell straight into it. What you can do is and I thought I'd finish with the arm stabby thing. I have almost.
I'm going to duck out and leave you guys to it.
Okay, mate. Thanks for being there.
No problem.
Cheers. See you on Thursday.
Everyone on Thursday at 7:30. I've been summoned, so.
You've been summoned.
It happens.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you all later.
I'm going to put this in backwards on what we were just now. And I'm going to put the arm stabby thing in the little hole. And then tighten up all the bolts around it. I'm not going to do it at the moment because I want the tenon in the bottom. But you can then get rid of the tenon and make a little foot with a rim on it. Or if you've got a tenon on it, turn the tenon off. That's using one chuck for 2 different principles. You don't need to bolt this up now because it's held, but if you wanted to go through the middle, you could bolt this up, pull it up on the bolts, and you could go straight through the middle.
Stan Rice has just come in. He said, I know I'm late, but hello.
Hi, Stan. So, thank you for taking the time. This one fits on the same 4 bolts, but it's got a bigger hole in it. So you can make whatever size hole you want. You can even make a smaller one. So that is my donut chuck, and that is how I use that one. This is the baby one that I use for 6-7 inch. What's the maximum I can get in there? but this one fits on the small lathe. I can get a 6.5 inch bowl in there. So that bowl was turned offset, just the single, in this chuck. So again, all it's got on the back is a C ring to go on the C jaws. It's a chuck that you can use for many different things, not just for what we've used it today. So it's worth investing in some reasonable ply for the main body, and the other ring, which I only use a couple of times, is flooring grade chipboard, the green chipboard. So it doesn't cost a lot to make. I've made this one maximum size so that I can spin it direct on the lathe without swinging the head, because it's the only way you can set it up. So you're governed by what is the center height, and this is 9 inches, so that's a 17.5 inch disc, or discs. So any more questions coming in, guys?
No, I don't think so. No, they're all sort of saying goodbye now, really.
Yeah. Thank you all for stopping by. I see I've still got 28 of you listening to me waffling on. That's not a problem for me. I can waffle on all day long if necessary. But, hopefully it's been worthwhile for you. You've seen something different. It's not a straightforward one, but it's nice to do something different. And this is where Andy comes in. Let's bring Andy into the equation now as well, so that you can.
Yep, I'm still here.
Yeah, you can see us both. Let me go over to a different camera. Is that the one with the red bags in? Yeah.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what we do if you move those.
I do. Look at the green ones. They're so useful in the workshop for different bits and pieces in. That's just got the offcuts from some pens. But, someone does jewellery. Said, "Oh, can you save me some little bits of wood?" Yeah, okay. They're square, so it's not a problem. So when I run out of those, I've got green bags hanging up next to them, ready. Thank you, Brent. Very interesting morning. Thank you. Robbo, thanks, mate, for stopping by. Nice to have some professional advice and a professional in the workshop with me, because we're only hobbyists. Might be better quality hobbyists than some out there, but that's all we are, Andy, isn't it?
It is.
We just do this and I'm only doing this to entertain you guys and to pass on the knowledge that I've gained.
Because we love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wouldn't do it otherwise.
I would be in here anyway, but it's easier to talk to you guys than what it is talking to myself. I can do that anyway. But,
and frequently do, yeah.
Yeah. I should probably do a pop-up live next week. May well be Wednesday afternoon. If I'm in the workshop on my own, I'll just turn the cameras on and talk to myself, and then you guys will come in and join. And if you've hit the notification bell, you'll know when it goes live anyway. But done 3 of those so far, and everyone said last time keep going with them. So okay, that's all I need. You say keep going, I'll do that. So I'm going to go and hit the big off button. Thank you all for stopping by. Hopefully you've all enjoyed what I've done today, and you've all hit the the like button. Not that I'm worried about likes, not that I'm worried about subscribers. It's nice to get a few. It's nice to have the subscribers come up through as well, the likes come up through. But I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it solely because I want to pass on a little bit of knowledge other than a straightforward bowl and a straightforward candlestick or whatever. But we enjoy it, so we're going to carry on doing it. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to go and hit the off button. Thank you, guys. Andy, we'll see you next Tuesday.
I will indeed.
I don't know what he's doing yet, and I don't expect he does.
No, not yet.
Don't forget, Scott's in live on Thursday evening at 7:30. So, thank
Bye,
you all.
everybody.
Yep, cheers all, and end.